Hello everyone, welcome to yet another episode of Thoughtful Leaders. Today with us we have Dr. S.V. Ramana Rao, who is Director of Sivani Institute of Management, Hyderabad. Sir has more than 25 years of, to be exact, 27 years of experience, and he has published more than 25 research papers, and he is an expert when it comes to management education industry. Sir also has international exposure and has published 5 international papers and presented more than 5 international papers at different conferences. He is also an expert when it comes to workshops and has conducted more than 4 workshops. He has been invited as a keynote speaker to more than 5 programs. Hello sir, it is great to have you on Thoughts on Education, Thoughtful Leaders. Welcome to the session, sir. Sir, for the sake of our audience, please introduce yourself.
This is S.V. Ramana Rao, working as director at Sivani Institute of Management. I have done my Masters in Management, subsequently completed MPhil and PhD. And then my teaching career started in the year 1994. There onwards, I've been working in various institutions ranging from an affiliated college to an B school, and also worked in Shiraz College of Technology in Oman.
Sir, you have more than 25 years of experience when it comes to education industry. So can you tell us what are the key factors that keep you connected with the education sector?
Student learning is a major factor in the entire education sector. As a faculty, having more than 2 decades of experience, I really see that how the students are learning and their learning process goes on. As we are seeing the batches year after year, and the kind of motivation that we get is from the students, the way they are able to get the content, they are able to update themselves with the market, and how they are growing up in their career. Some of these aspects really make us to get motivated and give the best that we can give to the students.
Ramana Rao sir, you have started as a lecturer and have climbed up ranks, and now you are heading as a director of the Sivani Institute of Management. Sir, can you tell us what is your philosophy of leadership? How could you describe your leadership style?
Considering the kind of the environment in which we are, the systems and processes will be the key driver for any individual and to the institute. If our systems and the practices are sound enough, that will help us to sustain for a longer period of time. And since the education basically driven with the system, because different people, take it a student or in a faculty or in a non-teaching faculty, each one come with a different background, different mindset, and bringing all together is possible only when we have strong systems that are in place. So I strongly believe in the system and the principles that as a faculty one has to follow. Thereby, instead of becoming a popular, you can be a good faculty that drives and that helps for any individual to grow in their corporate ladder.
Sure, sir. Sir, being the director of SSIM, you have a lot of roles and responsibilities, and some of them include the marketing, administration, managing the curriculum as well as staff. Sir, how do you strategize about all these things?
One has to have a holistic view of the entire operations that are required, and also have to have a clarity on where we wanted to move on. So the strategic plan would really help to integrate various aspects that are there in the educational institute, and clear KPIs will help us to understand whether we are moving in the right direction or not. So the performance management system that is there for the faculty and the kind of processes that we have set in the institute really helping me to take the institute forward.
Sir, the management education system in India is structured very differently and is changing very rapidly compared to other nations. In your experience, what can an inbound student who is coming into SSIM can gain from studying in your institute?
The biggest advantage that the student would gain to a student who is joining with SSIM, the academic rigor that the student would undergo for a 2-year time period will really make them to be corporate ready. The curriculum that we have, the kind of exposure that we give in the institute, and the modules that the student would undergo really helps them to be corporate ready. Take for example a module like experiential learning would help the student to gain the corporate exposure that is required. The social project that the students are having make them to develop the empathy towards the society, because we wanted to grow the student with a holistic perspective, thereby he can contribute to the society in a very positive manner.
Sure, sir. Sir, you have mentioned about the curriculum and academic rigor at SSIM. Sir, can you throw a little bit more light on this? That how does the curriculum at SSIM ensure the best practice in the industry?
We are following the trimester model, and in each trimester they have courses which are going in progressive in nature. In the first trimester, the students will study around 6 courses, and in addition to the subjects that we have, there are modules like company facts presentation, book review session, company review session, article review sessions, wherein the students would collect the information and make a presentation in the classroom. And this whole exercise will make them to build the confidence, gain the necessary inputs, and also develop the skills of presenting, communicating, and interacting, handling of the queries. And also, when the faculty is delivering a particular course, in the assessment modules, we have a concept called team-based modules, wherein the students will gain the knowledge of how to manage, how to get on with a team which is diverse in nature. So these some of these aspects are helping our SSIM students to gain the necessary knowledge, the skills, and also the right kind of a mindset or an attitude that is required by the corporates.
Sure, sir. Sir, can you tell us about how SSIM is welcoming to different students from diverse backgrounds, say races, gender diversity, economic backgrounds?
SSIM has got a module called introductory module, and wherein the students who are with different backgrounds, especially the educational backgrounds, we try to bring them into a particular level. Thereby, in a regular semesters, they won't find any difficulty. So, in the induction module, we are giving courses connected to the accountancy, connected to the quantitative techniques, IT skills. In addition to that, personality development modules are there, wherein we talk more about gender sensitization and accommodating the students who are coming with different kinds of backgrounds. And the kind of exercises, the role plays that the students would undergo will make them to come to a normalcy, and all the differences or the gaps can be ironed out once they complete that induction module.
Sure, sir. As a director, sir, what do you think your roles and responsibilities to the institution and to its students are?
As a director, I need to set a goal for the institute, and I have to put all my efforts to take it to the goal that we are envisaging. And for that, I need to take all the stakeholders along with me. When I say stakeholders, the faculty, non-teaching, students, parents, industry. So for each one, they have a role to play, and each one has to contribute for the overall growth and development of the institute. And when it comes to the students, we try to pay utmost attention to the issues and concerns that the students are having. We have a mentoring system wherein each student is mentored by the faculty, and the students can freely meet the faculty and find the solutions for the problems that they are having. At the same time, we have a strong alumni network base, and third Saturday of every year December, we have an alumni meet, and where the students who are there in the campus get an opportunity to interact with the alumni and build the network that's required. Thereby, they get the guidance from the alumni considered to be as an industry.
Sure, sir. Sir, management education is changing very rapidly. So, what do you think should be the management institute or a B school's top priority for the next 10 years to come?
As the NEP is onslaught, all the educational institutions have to comply or go according to the national education policy. In addition to that, considering the kind of things that are happening in the corporate world where team-based learning or team-based work is a top priority there. So in the curriculum and in the entire system that we follow, need to bring such kind of a culture, thereby once they passed out from the institute, they will be more comfortable in working with the teams, and the company will also find the students of SSIM would be more suitable candidates for the organizations. And multidisciplinary is a biggest, or rather I would say it's a buzz that's going on, and all the management institutes also need to introduce the multidisciplinary aspects in their curriculum. And also we should provide an ecosystem where the students can able to handle multitask, so that their corporate life or the professional life would be much easier and they can rise to the corporate ladders very fast.
Sure, sir. So, when you first came to SSIM, what was your vision for this institute, and how has it evolved over time, and how far have you succeeded in implementing that vision?
SSIM is evolving over a period of time, trying to move up to the ladder, and in terms of the rankings, year on year we are trying to progress, and from the all India level and regional level and even at the local level. So we are seeing a great success, and also this year 2020 February we have received the accreditation from NBA for our PGDM program.
Sir, what do you think are the greatest strengths of SSIM?
Faculty, the learning system, and the opportunity that for the student to grow and to build their overall personality. These are the greatest strengths that we have. And the placements are the biggest key driver for the institute, because over a period of time, we have seen that the placement rate has grown up tremendously, and even I can say proudly that the students can log into our website and find student wise their roll number, their name, and the batch and the company where they got placed. I think few institutes in India are able to show this kind of data in their websites. Instead of simply saying my average and then XYZ things, we have published our data, complete data in our website. That shows the kind of authenticity that we have in terms of the placing the students.
Sure, sir. What would you like people to know about in your institute that they may not know? Any lesson on facts, sir?
Yeah, the course rigor that is going on in the institute cannot be seen from the outside. Unless the student take admission and go through the entire process, then only they will get to know. A student who is coming with a rural background, and by the time he completes the 2-year program, we are finding a tremendous transformation in a student. He could or she could able to find a placement in the organizations. This cannot be explained and this cannot be seen. One has to go through the process and experience it.
Sure, sir. Sir, as a director, you stay close to students and their qualifications as well as the corporates and their requirements. So, sir, as someone who has seen both the ends of the spectrum, would you like to give any suggestions to the aspiring MBAs, people who want to get into MBA?
A lot of information is will be in circulation through various medias. The students need to be very cautious when they are selecting a particular institute. They need to check their credentials, and simply going by the website or the Google words or XYZ may not help them to arrive the right decision. It's always gather the information, then check whether to what extent these are valid. Maybe students most of the times they are carried by some information that's been publishing in various medias. No doubt, they must take this information, but they need to check the validity of this information. So for that, they need to find the ways and means.
Sure, sir. Sir, what are some plans that you have in pipeline for the students for the years to come?
As I mentioned, the corporates are demanding the students who have got multidisciplinary and should able to handle multiple tasks. So our curriculum is being tuned to that. So thereby the students who are joining with SSIM, the program that we have, like we are offering 3 different programs, PGDM triple specialization. So wherein the students are allowed to choose 3 specializations. So there is a scope and opportunity for student to pick up the knowledge in 3 domains. That's one program we are offering. The PGDM banking, insurance and financial services, it is covering 3 domains. One is banking, insurance and finance and financial services. The emerging area in that we have one program like PGDM business analytics, and the students who are going through this analytics program, the knowledge and the skills that they are going to get in this 2-year time period can be applied in any domain or in any functional area.
Sure, sir. Sir, as a director, how do you tend to establish healthy relation and environment in your institute with the students?
As I mentioned, the institute has got a system of mentor and mentee system. In fact, this system would really help us to understand much deeper than in a normal circumstances, because when the student is talking to a particular faculty, there in the discussion, they don't confine only to the academics. Sometimes the students have the opportunity of interacting and sharing their personal issues and to seek some kind of a clarification, some guidance. So thereby, we are able to maintain a very healthy relation with the students, and students are very comfortable in interacting with their concerned mentors. And also the corporate mentorship that we have in place in this institute is helping the student to get the corporate guidance also.
Sure, sir. Thank you, Dr. S.V. Ramana Rao, sir. Thank you for sharing your thoughts on education, about insights about management education. It was a very interesting and engaging conversation. It gave us a lot of information regarding SSIM and management education in general. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, and I wish you all the best to the aspiring students.